Hello everyone. I hope you are all well and that you are all safe from this pandemic of the COVID-19. At the request of many of my followers and many friends of mine, I have decided to give lessons for beginner students and elementary ones. Lesson 1. Parts of speech. Now, parts of speech are those elements that make up sentences in English. We're going to learn them one by one so that we can formulate sentences in English, simple ones. The noun. A noun is a word that names a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. We distinguish between proper nouns and common nouns. Proper nouns name a particular person, place, thing, or idea, and most often begin with a capital letter. For example, Morocco, Fatima, Thames, this is a river in England, and democracy. Common nouns. Now these ones do not name a particular person, place, or thing, and do not need capitalization. Country, month, school, a girl, a table, a boy, etc. Pronouns. A pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun, in the place of a noun. It is a substitute for a noun. As in this example, Jim feeds the animals. Jim is a boy, so the pronoun that replaces Jim is he. He feeds them. Them replaces the animals. These are the pronouns we have in English. You can perhaps repeat after me for pronunciation's sake. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, and they. They. These are subject pronouns because they start sentences. They are put in the position of a subject. We have also object pronouns. Listen. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, and them. They are object pronouns because they take the position of an object. The verb. Now the verb is the main word in a sentence because it expresses an action or a being. A state. A being is a state. We have action verbs, and these tell us what the subject does. For example, sing. She sings in a concert. Look at this example. She does that action. Play. He plays football. He does that action. Now, verb phrases are verbs that are made up of more than one word. In some, tenses, as in the present continuous here. Is studying. This is a tense which we shall see later on in coming lessons. He is studying English now. Now, is studying is a verb, but it is made up of two words because of the tense. Other verbs are called helping or auxiliary verbs. These include be, have, can, and other models. The preposition. Now, a preposition is a word that shows the relationship between a noun and some other words in the sentence. Now here I'm going to look at a situation. I'm going to talk about a ball. Any way that you can throw a ball would be a preposition. You can throw it up or down or in, which means inside a place, or out, outside a place, or through, via a place. So up, down, in, out, and through are called prepositions. There are many. We shall see a detailed, lesson on prepositions later on in my coming lessons. The adjective. An adjective is a word that describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun. It always goes with a noun or a pronoun. One adjective can change the meaning of a whole sentence. If I say, for example, It was a boring day. Boring is an adjective and means I didn't like it. I didn't like the day. So if I liked the day, imagine I would say it was an exciting day. Exciting is another adjective, but it changes the meaning because it's completely different in meaning. On the whole, an adjective can tell what kind, which one, or how many. Numbers are also adjectives. The adverb. An adverb is a word that describes or modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. So, adverbs in general that modify verbs answer these questions. How? And here it's the manner, like slowly is an adverb. The snail moves slowly. How? Slowly. Where? And here it's a place. We are staying inside these days, so we can't go outside. Outside is an adverb of place, which means out of our homes because of the coronavirus. When? Time. For example, later. Later. I will meet you later. And then we have another question. To what extent? We ask this question, to what extent? I am learning English thoroughly. To what extent? Thoroughly, which means exhaustively, completely, every day. The interjection. An interjection is a word or words that show feelings or emotions. If an interjection begins a sentence, it is set off by a comma. Like in here, well, I never knew that. But if it stands alone, it is followed by an exclamation mark. Hey! Or, hey! And you complete your discourse. I need help, please. We have others like pew, like oops, like wow. It depends on the feeling you want you want to express. The conjunction. A conjunction is a word that connects words or groups of words in a sentence. For example, I'm going to the store and to the bank. So here, to the store and to the bank. So prepositional phrases, to the store and to the bank. So two places, store and the bank. So that combines them. Like if I say, I like apples and bananas. Or, I like apples, but I don't like pears. So here, but is a conjunction. We have also and, right? So conjunctions are words that work like a bridge. The combined sentences. We shall have a detailed lesson once again on conjunctions. Just expect it. There you are. So don't forget the 8 parts of speech. Well, these are nouns, pronouns, verbs, prepositions, adjectives, adverbs, interjections. That's just 7. And what's the last one? Yeah, I remember. It's a conjunction. Conjunctions are very important. They help us to make longer sentences. My lesson, or my first lesson for beginners and elementary students, has come to an end. I have just talked about the parts of speech. I will go into details in the coming lessons, taking one part of speech, one at a time, each at a time, and then make a lesson on it. Just expect my lessons. I hope you liked it, you liked this lesson, and that you are ready to learn more about parts of speech. Get prepared, stay safe, and goodbye.